Okay, Mr. Mora, my first question is, how has technology influenced the film industries?
Well, it has changed over the past years. For instance, back in the 90s, they used to make black and white movies and store them in cassettes. And these
Okay.
days, they are advanced and they're
Well advanced.
Yeah, they're well advanced where they have apps where people watch movies online, such as Netflix and YouTube. And these days, people can watch live. What do you call this?
Live streams.
Live streaming, yes, exactly. Mostly, it's the equipment which made the directors and the editing has taken place, which has changed the industry.
Okay, that's good. Okay, my second question is, it has influenced the influence of new technology has changed the perspective of viewers and audience. Do you think it has impacted them as well?
Yes, it has impacted the viewers in a certain way because the way they it has impacted. Let me start all over. Yes, it has impacted the viewers in a way that they themselves find it interesting. For instance, the HD,
Yeah.
and the 3D movie in the theater. That's how it has influenced.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And moving on to my third question.
Yes.
What do you find interesting when watching a film, series, or a movie?
Well, when watching a film, I look for quality picture and sound.
So it's all about the pictures and the sound. You mean the audio, right?
Yeah, it's mostly the audio and the motion.
The graphic motion in the
Yes,
film, right?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to my fourth question. What do you think film industry has a way, does it have a way of convincing the audiences while watching?
It definitely has a way of convincing people.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, this one,
It depends on the type of people who watch the programs, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, moving on to my fifth question. Do you think filmmaking has an advance in new technology of producing film?
Yes, I believe filmmaking has advanced in the new technology of producing a film, such as the 3D glasses, right? As I mentioned in the previous question, which has producers, they go deeper and they produce movies that would attract such audiences.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So moving on to my sixth question, do you think the film industry has influenced the modern society also?
Yes, it has. It has influenced the society in a modern way because the writers sometimes face a real life situation when they produce the film, the real life film movies. For instance,
you mean the directors, right?
Yes, the directors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Moving on to my seventh question. As an audience, in your audience perspective, right?
Yes.
What do you think movie industry can improve in the production?
Well, seriously, this question is like, I'm not an expert in watching a movie, but the only part I want them to improve is the production part. That's it.
You mean in this era, right?
Yeah, that's the era part, the production part.
Okay. The eighth question. Firstly, what do you know about film industry and the technologies producing it?
Well, it's a house movie production where they what do you call this? They use different type of software. Like for example, we've got the green screen, where they use a green screen to produce direct movies and they shoot films from there.
To replace backgrounds.
Yeah,
right?
to replace backgrounds.
Okay, that's good. Moving on to my ninth question. Do you think about human connection with modern technology in film industry?
Yes, I do. For instance, the animation part it usually needs human voices and some body movements. So it's like the humans interact as well.
Yes, I see that. Okay, for my final question, tell me about the satisfaction while watching a movie. Do you find it more satisfying or less satisfying?
I think for me it depends on the type of movie I'm watching actually.
Okay, so what movie do you like watching?
For me, I'm more of an action person. Like I like to see more of action in a movie, like the shooting part, like when you go to war. Those are my type of movies. So I feel like it should be like real, not like some of these movies like they are fake. So it's like when you see that, you feel like you're actually seeing what's happening. Like
Yeah, this is why I'm doing my research because today's technology softwares in movie industry has make movies more realistic than the past. In the past, it's all about darkroom, where films are made out of black and white.
Yes.
So now the influence of new technology has came into the movie industry. It is influenced it in a lot of ways. Like today, you see green screen replacing darkroom with like background, making things more realistic, and making the audience and the viewers more into watching the movie. So it's about new technologies making movies more interesting.
All right.
So yeah, thank you, Mr. Moya, for having your time for my interview.
Anytime.
Thank you so much, and yeah, you have a good day.
Same to you.